Hi everyone. I'm not doing this, but I am doing it, Billy. I literally didn't have time to do my testimony because they were away. I just said to Joel, I'll do mine live. I've just written some notes just now. I'm just going to wing it. Just a statement from the heart, really. So my name is Terri-Ann. I'm 39, I've got 4 children. My journey has started quite recently. Don't come from a religious background, but I'm learning every day, obviously, to follow and love Jesus. I've got really close to some friends who follow Jesus and the Lord's way. So growing up, I have done Bible studies and stuff growing up, but growing up, there were basically just me and my mum. My mum were amazing, she loved me so much, but unfortunately my dad, he didn't want anything to do with me or my mum. He made it very clear that, you know, he didn't want anything to do with me, rejected me as a daughter, which I think, obviously I understand now as an adult, that affected me very badly growing up. I had a lot of anger growing up, I would get into fights all the time, caused my mum so many problems. How she coped with me, I never know, but she did. And we're as close as ever now, she's my best friend and oh I will, but I had so much anger and just hate growing up. As I got older, I was drinking as you do when you're a teenager and stuff, you just recreational drinking and stuff like that, which led to a lot of bad decisions. I'm not going to go, I have to keep this a little bit mild because my kids are here, so I'll just let you use your imaginations about the bad decisions and some of the things that I'm going to say. Made a lot of bad decisions growing up, and when I was 22, I got pregnant with twins, and my daughter, she passed away at birth. And again, I had a lot of anger. I hated God. I had a little bit of belief growing up, but I hated him. I thought, why have you done this to me? So again, the anger from rejection, abandonment, now the Lord took my daughter away. I literally had so much hate and anger. So even in my 20s, I was still had this anger and used to get into trouble. Again, drinking were a thing for me. If I felt a kind of way, I'd drink, basically. Which then led to other things and more bad decisions. So basically throughout my life I've been angry, made bad decisions, drank, and just basically not been a bad person, but, well yeah, probably some people might say that, but. And then when I was like 26, 27, I had more children, and then I was a bit overweight, and I lost loads of weight, shared it on the internet, and loads of people wanted help with weight loss. So I basically used to help loads of people lose weight, and I felt like, wow, this is my purpose now. Like I was loved by so many people online. I thought, I'm healed, this is me, I'm helping people. So I thought that was me, I'm healed, I'm sorted basically. Wasn't really drinking then, I went into like fitness and exercise and things. But with the high came a low. I'd reached this peak and like I was a businesswoman, I were in a 2-bedroom flat to this massive house, I had an amazing marriage, 4 kids, like living the dream basically, so I thought. But I was never satisfied, I was never truly satisfied, I would say. And then as sort of the high started to decrease a little bit, I became lower and lower, and lost all heart in my business. I had anxiety, I had depression. Again, went back to my old friend, alcohol. So every time I felt the kind of way, I'd have a drink. And with that came arguments in the relationship. The marriage broke down. Then I was on my own. My life just basically spiraled out of control. My business were doing crap. Sorry, that's my word. The business were doing well, just everything was going wrong in my life basically. So again, the anger come back, I was angry, I was drinking, I was angry, and I just reached a point not long ago where I can't really say too much about it, but I was at a low point, and I'll let you think about what thoughts were going through my head. And at that point, I'd had a little bit of an encounter last year with going to church at Legacy. It just wasn't for me really, but my friends go there, and so I had a little bit of sort of Holy Spirit experience, it was there. But anyway, when I felt this low, I thought, I just don't know what to do, so I did a little prayer at this point. And my prayers, and they're still like this now, are just basically, I talk to the Lord like he's my mate. I just talk to him about how I'm feeling, and I just talk freely like that. And I just did this prayer and just basically just had a switch, and I thought, why are you even thinking this? Why are you going to do this? And at that point, I went back to where I was staying and just basically broke down to myself, had a phone call with a good friend, Alan, who a lot of you know in the church. And he's like, you just need to come to church. I've been trying to get you to come to church for years. I'm like, all right, then I'll come. Like, I feel like I had a turning point in my life then. So I went to Renew, which was a Stepping Stone church, and I literally was so overcome by the Holy Spirit. I thought, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, I'm meant to be at this church. I'm meant to be around these people like Terri-Ann and Siobhan and everybody. Felt so welcome, and Joel, and I was just like, wow, like, I'm meant to be here. Like, it feels good, this. So then I would go into Renew, coming here on a Sunday. We have a little fellowship group with some friends and Alan, and we do Wednesday, and I just felt so welcomed, and like, it was just amazing. So as obviously the weeks went by, I just felt like my strength and my belief were getting stronger, and as that were getting stronger, when things were still going wrong in my life, I mean, my life weren't perfect, it's still not now, but like when they were going wrong, I just prayed about it, or I spoke to my friends about it in a fellowship group, and we all prayed as a group. And I've just noticed, like, these last few weeks, few months, like, the anxieties, the depression. I'm also 64 days sober with no alcohol. I've not even been tempted, but I know with my strong faith now, if I feel tempted, I'm just going to pray about it. And I feel accountable with sort of the alcohol, because the alcohol is where the bad decisions come from. So I feel like alcohol's a no-go for me. I don't want it in my life. But if I ever feel like, I'm tempted, I will pray about it. I will obviously discuss with my friends, my community now, what I've got here in this church and Renew. Just on this note. And yeah, I just feel like I've learned so much. I'm one of them who's be like, if anyone said about like Jesus, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Or yeah, it's changed so and so, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But to see like the transformation in your own life just from believing, just from reading the Bible, just from surrounding yourself with those type of people, like I literally I'm overwhelmed. It's like it's phenomenal. Like, and it's easy as a non-believer or somebody who never comes to church to think, oh yeah, what you're on about. You know what I mean? Even though I've seen it in Alan. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, I know people who have come to the Lord. It's still hard until you actually try, and you try and believe, and you try and learn more about Jesus, learn more about the Lord. Then you'll never. I don't think you'll never understand how amazing and brilliant it is. So for me, I just feel like I've turned a massive corner in my life. Like, everything in my life at the moment is, I know life's not perfect, but like everything in my life at the minute is just falling into place. My business is flourishing, I'm helping so many people like I used to, I've got my confidence back in what I do. And then I'm obviously, the love, I don't know, I just feel so loved, I feel part of something, I feel part of a community, I feel like I'm getting a purpose. I've joined the food bank within the church, so I'm really enjoying that. I've got a group of people that I really enjoy spending time there, helping people. And I led the prayer this week at the food bank, which was like an amazing thing. I just feel God's working so much in my life. I can't wait to learn more. I can't wait to love Him more. And I think today is about me, forgetting about the past, giving myself to Jesus, and just basically being a child of God and like learning more.